Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. We are back after a good few days away and a break in the daily video grind. I'm excited to be back because it seems like La Liga Team of the Season has been pretty solid, and I've got to catch up on some of that myself. But we're here today to look forward into tomorrow's next League of Team of the Season, or Leagues of Team of the Season, being released, MLS and the Saudi League being the main two. This really sets us up for potentially the last TOTS for the GOATs of football. Messi, Ronaldo, will this be their last team of the seasons? We've got the official cards leaked. They look disgusting after EA teased them here in game. We're going to take a look at that, and we've got more cards coming in packs today on Thursday that aren't team of the season related. A full squad of Chelsea players is expected today, similar to how the full squad of Spurs players was released last week. We're going to take a look at that, and finally, another icon player SBC is incoming. We haven't had a new icon SBC in a hot minute, and this one's actually being chosen by an FC Pro player. Let's talk about it all, guys, and we got to talk about the market too. If you're excited for the video and excited that we're back, drop a thumbs up and of course subscribe if you are new. Let's dive into things by looking back at yesterday's Wednesday content, where EA released one of the most highly anticipated SBCs of La Liga Team of the Season, and that is the 99 pace Alejandro Balde left back card. This card to me is going to be one that I really want to try out. I've never used him. He's a youngster, of course, not been in the game for a very long time, not had that many Ultimate Team cards, and one of the cards that he's had this year, the numero foot, has been super expensive. So this card's kind of a mystery to me, and with 99 pace and not being that expensive, I am definitely going to get this one done and at least just try him out. Even if it's not for more than 15, 20 games that I use this card, might as well. This is another one of those solid SBC players we've had during La Liga Team of the Season. Like Guijarro, I'd put in the same category. Not super expensive, just solid. Anthony, same thing. Balde fits right in there. Now, the card itself, 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot, left-footed. He can also play right back and left mid. I think it's nice to be able to play left back and right back and have that 5-star weak foot with the good playstyle pluses and the solid stats. That's what makes this card really interesting. Now, if we're going to be nitpicky, we really wish we had the Bruiser on this card, 100%. Having every defensive playstyle is now kind of what you look for in any defender that you're going to start in your main team. So if he had Bruiser, that would be a lot better. But the regular playstyles that he has are great. And of course, he's got fullback plus plus on the right and the left back sides. And he even has wingback plus plus if you're moving your player up the pitch a little bit, which with his passing playstyle would be pretty fine for him. Now, 7 squads to get done, only 415,000 coins. I say only. Would he be cheaper on the market? Probably. I mean, 88 physical at this stage of the game is a little low, but the 99 pace, maybe that compensates for it. Again, it's the intrigue for me with this card that will make me get this one done. Sure, he's not a Teo Hernandez or maybe some of the other left backs that you've created recently through evolutions, but I still think that is a solid card for the price. You can tell the hype is there with a thumbs up to thumbs down ratio on Footbin, and with how prices moved on the market. Look at Alphonso Davies and other left backs and right backs from the game yesterday. 380k Davies was before Balde released. Right afterwards, tanks down over 150,000 coins to 230k. He is now back up a little bit, but that's a sign that this SBC is hype and that a lot of people are getting it done. So that's a Balde SBC. I quite like that one. Now, the other upgrade packs, of course, every single Wednesday, we're getting the guaranteed TOTS packs from the main men's league and, of course, the third league, I guess you could call it, of Team of the Season. So first, the La Liga TOTS upgrade is 7 85 rated cards in one squad, and then a 84 rated squad with a TOTS player. Very cheap. I mean, that's what we've come to expect every single week with these TOTS upgrades. I have no problem with these. Do I think they're amazing? No, but they're super cheap, and it's a chance at maybe getting lucky and packing a usable card. Most times you get fodder, but it is what it is. Same thing with the Liga Portugal TOTS upgrade. What's this one require? It's a TOTS player with an 84 squad. So again, that's pretty cheap too. But really, you're going to get fodder from that one unless you get crazy lucky and pack the Icarus card from that one. So those are nothing super crazy, but they are there, and they're a nice fun pack to try out each and every Wednesday. Let's go to Evos, because there was a new evolution that was dropped yesterday for right wings, the Atomic Flea. The real problem I have with this Evo is that it's a little expensive, but I think that it is a good one. It gives great playstyle pluses. You get the technical, the quick step, and the finesse plus upgrade. You're going up to a very high pace stat on this card. that you're going to be evolving, and a lot of the big names fit. I think the Evo that Gareth Bale fit earlier in the week wasn't the best for him. Sure, it gave him finesse plus, but this one actually upgrades his stats and does give him the dead ball regular play style. You get +2 in passing and +2 in dribbling there. Maradona looks pretty solid on this one as well. I mean, it's a solid Evo. It's good. Like this Messi card for me, I'm waiting to evolve this Messi because I'm not entirely sure which Evo I'm going to put him in. This is a card I've been working on for a minute, adding playstyles to, making him 5-star, 5-star, because I know I'm probably not packing Messi tots, so I'm going to create my own, right? So that's kind of the Messi that I'm looking at right now, either to go into the Atomic Flea or maybe to go into the Hero and a Half Shell, because that one gives up to 96 pace. But, I mean, this Atomic Flea for a certain set of cards does look pretty good. The Bale, I think, looks pretty solid. The Rafinha, if you're like, Nate, I can't go buy the Rafinha Team of the Season card, yeah, just maybe get yourself a Rafinha Evo through this one. The Barcola, I've seen a lot of people talking about. Lamine Yamal. I've got a version of Lamine Yamal I should probably evolve as well. Haven't used him in a long time, and definitely not packing his 5 mil TOTS card. So, I don't know. I think the issue with this is 100,000 coins does seem a little bit steep, but it does give some pretty good upgrades with some higher stat boost or stat limits, and I think that's a fine Evo. I don't know. I'll give that one like a 7 out of 10, maybe a 6.8 or something like that for the Atomic Flea Evo. So that was basically all the content that we had yesterday, or at least the content of note, and I want to move into things a little bit quicker because the real news is what's upcoming tomorrow and today. Let's talk about it, guys. Team of the Season leaks are back for the cards coming into packs. Now, this is the screen that EA dropped. They don't drop loading screens anymore like when you load into the game. They just drop it in these news tabs, the news section of the game, which I find pretty interesting. But just not to get too far ahead of ourselves here, just to take a look at the overall TOTS calendar, it's crazy how fast time has flown by. We are in the last regular week of Team of the Season. Starting tomorrow, May 30th, we have the Saudi Pro League, the MLS, and the rest of the world TOTS being released. Now, of course, we saw this from a mile away when we saw the schedule of Team of the Season, Saudi Pro League and MLS being released on the same Friday. Who's going to be the headlining players? Yeah, Messi and Ronaldo. Now, we have to say it could be one last Team of the Season for the GOATs. I mean, we said that last year as well, but these guys just keep going. That's why they're the GOATs. Right now, even thinking of Cristiano Ronaldo right now for transfer rumors, since it's that time of the year with summer transfers happening and all that going on. Is Ronaldo leaving Al Nassr? There's been Botafogo links. Does he just want to play in the Club World Cup? Is that why he wants to go there? I don't know. So watch out for that for sure. But he's in as an Al Nassr card in Saudi Pro League Team of the Season, and as is Messi, and we have a rest of the world card leaked as well. Now, EA teased the cards, but of course, the leakers have the official stats. These are the official cards for Ronaldo and Messi. And I want to draw a comparison to last year's FC24 Messi and Ronaldo TOTS cards, because these ones, it's just kind of a good representation of how crazy the power curve has moved up this year versus last year. Look at this Ronaldo, 99 shooting, aerial, low driven, finesse, and quick step. What a card. Sure, only 92 pace, but 96 dribble and the 99 shooting. That is going to be a crazy expensive Ronaldo card, and a card that's going to be in packs for 2 weeks in a row for this week of Rest of the World MLS and Saudi League, and then in Ultimate TOTS. That's one thing to remember. We're going to talk about that for sure related to the market later on this week, 100%. But that's the official Ronaldo card. Compare this to his card from last year. Remember, the 99 shooting, 90 pass, 92 dribble with 4 playstyle pluses. Last year, he had aerial, power shot, and quick step. He still had 99 shooting, but he had less passing and less dribbling and even less physical. 84 physical in his card last year. This year, 91. He's got 90 passing compared to the 86 and +2 dribbling. He does have -1 pace, but hey, he's a year older, so I guess -1 pace for that, right? But 96 rated there, 97 rated this year, and again, the 4 playstyle pluses. It's crazy just to kind of take a comparison look between those 2 years and say, wow, the power curve this year is at a crazy point. So that's the official Ronaldo card. He's the headliner of this team, but the other team's headlined by Messi. He's got low-driven finesse as well, incisive and technical. I mean, 96 shooting, 97 pass, 98 dribble. That's wild. Also, Messi is 5'5". So, like, how much further are we going to go here with these cards into the summer? What's Messi's 99 rated card going to be? I'm sure there's going to be one, right, during footies, a 99 Messi. So, yeah, he's going to have 99 dribble, maybe 98 passing, something like that. but he's 5-star, 5-star. So that's really interesting. Ronaldo does not have the 5-star weak foot. He's only on a 4-star weak foot, which I feel like is very interesting as well, because his card should probably be 5-5. But hey, maybe EA saying that Messi's I don't know. Messi's the GOAT, you know? I'm just playing into the conversation there. But this Messi card looks disgusting. Of course, it's after we've had some really good Messi Evos, but as somebody who would love to use Messi and hasn't really used Messi in this year's game, of course, a lot of us have used Ronaldo because of his flashback card. I'm just creating an Evo version of Messi because I know that my odds of packing this card are slim to none. So the comparison with Messi from his FC24 to his FC25 card is the next thing I want to discuss here. In FC24, he had 98 dribble, 98 pass, and 97 shooting. So his card is a little bit better last year than this year. But again, it's the playstyle pluses to me. The card this year just looks crazy with the 4 PS pluses, even though the stats are maybe a smidgen lower. This year though is 5-5. Last year he only had the 4-star skills, so that's actually very interesting there. But those are the official GOAT Team of the Season cards that are leaked. Now, I honestly don't think that this week of Team of the Season is going to be the craziest, because think about it. You've got La Liga this week, which has been a really, really good week. Liga F to go alongside of that, and you're going to be now going into the Saudi League and the MLS the week before Ultimate TOTS. Ultimate TOTS is, of course, the ultimate of TOTS, even though the pack weight is usually some of the worst. But we usually get some pretty good SBCs during that time, and EA like to end TOTS on a pretty good note. So this week, I don't think it's going to be that crazy. It's just going to have the headline of the Ronaldo and the Messi. We're going to talk about that a little bit more later on. Now, this is the third card that's on the loading news tab in game. It is Leonardo Fernandez from the Libertadores League links. He's got Tiki Taka, incisive, technical, and finesse. That is a very good looking card, but that's one of the things as well that might not play into the hype this week, is the rest of the world being the lower league. What players are going to be involved in that? We've already had the Europe selected leagues and so many other of the third leagues in these TOTS releases. How many players and how many good players are going to be released in this? We have yet to see more leaks along the lines of that. So that's what's coming tomorrow on Friday. We're going to see more leaks, I'm sure, today of all of the cards. I guess the hope would be that the other cards in the MLS TOTS, maybe a Busquets, maybe a Jordi Alba, maybe a Suarez, you know, maybe, I don't know, if Marco Reus or Giroud were getting any special cards there, right? Some of the bigger names that are in MLS. Same thing with the Saudi League. Maybe some of the bigger names that had transferred there could get some cards. Watch out for more of the leaks there. But again, I do feel like it's just going to be a week where it's not going to be as hyped as La Liga. So let's get to the content that is a bit more hyped, and that's today. And that is the fact that we know we're getting a full squad of Chelsea 96 rated cards today. Now, this tweet is not the official stats for all of the cards, but based on how EA made the Spurs cards last week, this tweet here is actually pretty accurate. As he says, EAFC25 News is tweeting this saying confirmed players. This is basically confirmed players because it is all the players that played in the Conference League final that Chelsea ended up winning, because that's how it went for Spurs last week. It was every player who played got a card, even the substitutes, right? And Chelsea, all of these players played. You've got some big names in here. Of course, the Cole Palmer man of the match, he's going to go up to a 97, just like Cuti Romero was a 97. Cole Palmer is going to go up to there as well. Now, these cards should be released in packs 3 to 4 hours after the content drop, because that's when the Spurs cards were released last week. And once again, they'll all be 5-star, 5-star. They will all be 96 rated, 3 play style pluses, and the 97 man of the match Palmer will have 3 play style plus as well. He'll just be a +1 above that. And of course, we know how good these Spurs cards were in game with the stats that they have, of course, the hype, and how good for making coins they were. Like, still, I'm looking at the price of these cards thinking, how crazy is it that Archie Gray was below 300K and now he's almost 500,000 coins, or Vicario was under 200K and now he's 400,000 coins and one of the most hyped goalkeepers in this game. So many cards from that Spurs team went crazy. The Chelsea team is going to have a lot of hype because it's Chelsea cards, because it's these players, and because they're only going to be in packs for a limited time, just like the Spurs players were, which means they could be great investments. So watch out for that one today. Be careful if you're wanting to open packs. Maybe you wait in a little bit later. Maybe you wait to open your Rivals rewards until these cards are actually out. So that means you have a chance of La Liga Team of the Season, and you have a chance at those Chelsea cards in packs if you delay your Rivals rewards a little bit. Maybe just wait to open them until until like Friday morning as well. Personally, for me, I'm going to try to pack the Messi and Ronaldo. I mean, obviously, we're going to have a lot of packs every week of TOTS. There's a lot of upgrades, but there's no way I'm saving packs for this next week of TOTS with the La Liga ones that are out. So watch out for that today. And let's talk a little bit more about the market with La Liga team of the season, because as we've been saying, we think that this next week of TOTS is going to be a little bit lackluster compared to La Liga. And that means the market could be moving pretty nice as well. Of course, today's Rivals Rewards. So if you're looking to invest in any of the La Liga team of the seasons, Liga F team of the seasons, or maybe a Liga Portugal Yikers or something like that, we are approaching the time to buy. Lamine Yamal's under 5 million coins now. Vinny Jr.'s 700,000 coins. The Jude Bellingham down in the 1.1 range. I know he's kind of been 1.2 to 1.3, but you should see these cards dropping a little bit today. And again, with how hyped this week was, these cards are on the forefront of people's minds. Like this Koundé card, man. Like, even though he's only 40,000 coins, this is surely got to be a card that rises up a little bit out of packs, right? How low does this Koundé go today? Does he go to like 40,000 coins flat? Does he become an investment there? I would have to say probably, with those stats and the price that he is. I mean, like, that's just an insane card. Like, he's one of the most popular cards that is in this team. Same thing with Federico Valverde with the stats that he has. If he drops 10,000 coins, that might be the lowest that he goes. Griezmann with those stats, right? I'm still so excited to use my red pack pulled Griezmann. We packed Vinny from a random 85+ player pick yesterday on the companion app, so I'm excited to use him. And I'm excited to use even the Valverde, who I got red, and some of the other cards from La Liga TOTS. I just feel like there's a lot more hype with this team. Of course, this was one of the most hyped weeks of team of the season for the players to be in it. So I think there could be investment opportunity with these cards after Rivals Rewards today, before we get the new League of TOTS tomorrow. Same thing with the Liga F and Liga Portugal. I mean, you look at Liga Portugal, really the most hyped cards in here would be Yikers, Di Maria, and Trincao, at least in my opinion. Maybe not a lot of investment opportunity there with those, but for the Liga F and for La Liga, definitely think that there is. Also, a good sign is that some of these cards, like I'm going to look at Pedri here for a moment. He's 980K at the moment. Yesterday on Wednesday, we saw a nice rise after content for some of the La Liga players that were definitely more difficult to pack from the guaranteed TOTS pack. That's a good sign that there's good demand for these cards, that they could be rising on the market into this weekend. However, we do have to be careful with the market kind of extrapolating out for a couple of days ahead of now. Once we get past this weekend, there's going to be a lot of, probably panic is the word to use, a lot of prices dropping on the market for TOTS cards specifically, but maybe even some other cards, because Ultimate TOTS brings back so many team of the season cards in packs, and that usually means a lot of them are going to drop. You think about cards like the Yikers, he could get re-released. The Jude Bellingham, he could get re-released. So that's one thing to kind of be careful with La Liga card wise. Maybe an investment during Rivals, maybe a sell time just a couple days from now on the weekend. Now, speaking of fodder, I know in the last video that we posted, we talked a lot about fodder prices. EA still is not requiring 89 and 90 rated players specifically. They are still minimum price. Now we're back to the same problem we had before. It's kind of like EA tried to fix it, right? And they kind of did, but they kind of went too far to the other spectrum, the other end of things. We talked about how the 90s and the 89s went from min price to extinct, and now EA is kind of stuck with what to do with these again. They got to figure it out, because packing these high-rated cards still feels like a waste at the moment, unless you're packing them untradeable. Packing them tradable kind of sucks. So the fodder market, by the way, since we're talking about market, team of the week and team of the season cards, I still 100% believe that investing in team of the season cards here at like 11, 12,000 coins is a good investment, especially if you can cop 92, 93. If you get lucky, a 94 rated card for like 13, 14K. Those are great club stocks, because TOTS cards will be needed for weeks and weeks to come after team of the season. That's kind of a long-term play like team of the weeks have been, but at least right now they are still very low, and they're not moving too much on the market because they're still very common for all of us. We have plenty of team of the season cards. Now, let's get into a few more leaks. These may not be for today, but it's just general leaks and FC25 Ultimate Team news in general that needs to be covered. We have an Icon SBC finally coming. Like, again, think about the Icon SBCs that we had recently. We haven't. It was like the Immortals promo the last time that we had an Icon SBC with the Sawa, the Zico. I maybe had a couple of re-releases. We had the We had the card for Michael Owen on this day. We've had a couple other on this day icon cards, but not that many, right? Since the Immortals promo, we're finally getting another one again. And we know the players that are going to be chosen for this one SBC. So not all 6 of these icons are getting an SBC, but the winner of the E-Champions League, which was happening yesterday, and I think maybe the past 2 days, in the world of FC25 competitive, Emre Yilmaz, he gets to choose the player from this. Now, Emre Yilmaz has won before, and he is playing for or represented by Team Hullet, which I think actually just merged with another pro gaming organization and it's maybe no longer called Team Hullet or something like that. But he's a Dutch player. So in previous years, people thought he would choose Hullet as maybe one of the options. He didn't end up choosing Hullet. And he's got a list of players he can choose from here. So you'd think maybe he would choose Van Persie. Honestly, don't know who he's going to go for here. I think a lot of people would love to see him pick Vidic. Pirlo's, of course, had an SBC that a lot of people did. Socrates had an SBC earlier. Fernando Torres had one as well. Personally, I would vote for Vidic if I was him, but it's not me choosing, it's him. So just kind of be on the lookout. I don't think this SBC is going to be released anytime super soon. I remember in previous years, like the pro works with EA to decide the stats, works with EA, right? We've always talked about that, how much, decision or how much weight in the decision do they actually give the pro player. But this is just something to kind of watch out for in the next week. That's kind of the time frame that I would expect to see this in. Of course, before the SBC is released, it'll be leaked who is chosen and even the official stats of the player, just like we have for normal SBCs. That'll be leaked for this sort of situation as well. But I wanted to mention that because that's big news right now in this game, as is another Evolution leak. Now, Thursdays usually aren't big Evolution days, so we may not have this CDM Evo until Friday, but this one does look decent, especially for the playstyle pluses and the stat boost that it gives. Tiki Taka, Incisive, and Press Proven Plus, stat boost, 5-star weak foot, and DLP plus. Now, Foot Agent added on to this leak and said that Conte fits. The passing stat goes up to 94. That's actually pretty good. 94 passing is very solid. Of course, with the Tiki Taka and the Incisive being the first 2 playstyle pluses given, that's really great. And there was another leak clarifying the requirements for this. Max 91 overall and max 91 defense. So seeing max 91 overall actually does make me think that it could be a Thursday Evo, because that does not seem super hype. The one thing I'm thinking maybe lends it to not being a Thursday Evo is we still have the Built Different Evolution out right now, and usually EA like to see one Evo expire before like another one comes out. So that's kind of there. Maybe this is a last call for you and myself to put somebody in this Built Different Evo, but that's the CDM Evo leak that we have right now. There are a couple cards like Aurelian Chouameni who have skied in price. He was like 180,000 coins, and now he's up to 330,000 coins. So watch out maybe for a couple of center defensive mids that could be moving based off of that leak right there. Other than that, what would we be expecting today on Thursday? Whether we get the Evo or not, that's kind of a 50-50 at least for me. 100 players pack upgrade is expiring today, and it should be refreshing because that's something that's been happening the past couple of weeks. This SBC goes away, it comes straight back. This one's just requiring the 85 and the 86 rated squads. Previous times EA required Team of the Weeks only for this. It's TOTS or Team of the Weeks now. But other than that, should have one last player SBC today on Thursday. A new daily login SBC and objective will be a part of the content today as well. And that's probably it. Again, Thursdays are usually pretty quiet days. For me personally, it's going to be a big day to catch up onto a lot of things, to get a bunch of packs opened. And, of course, the Chelsea card's coming today as well. We mentioned that, but that'll be coming a few hours after content. So if you're like, hey, where are the Chelsea cards today at content time? Well, wait a little bit longer, and they'll be out a few hours later, most likely. We'll see if EA changes with that. One thing I will say is watch out for the leaks, because just like we have with the Spurs team, I would believe the Chelsea cards would be leaked ahead of time by Foot Scoreboard or somebody on Twitter, and that would be something to watch out for if you're a Chelsea fan. Congrats on the Conference League. I did the Cardoso SBC hoping for his upgrade, but congrats to you guys who won that. You got a nice trophy, and you're going to get some nice cards to commemorate that as well. We're going to be streaming once again today. I'm so excited to be back with you guys. We're playing some games. Probably going to play the Cup. Don't know if I'm going to play Rivals. Obviously, I'm not getting any rewards this week, so probably going to jump straight into the Cup for those rewards, see if we can get some W's there. Try out some of the cards that we've packed over the last weekend. When the Spurs cards were in packs, I spent a ton of coins on store packs to try to pack as many as I can. We did end up hitting, I think 6 technically because I had duplicate Jed Spence. But boom, like I'm super excited for this Brennan Johnson card. Super excited to use him. We packed a Vicario as well, and doing a couple of Evos at the moment, plus the Vinny. Yeah, I'm excited to get back into this game today and stream with you guys. So I'll stop yapping, but it's great to be back. Hope you guys had a good week of La Liga Team of the Season. So many of you guys have tweeted me your polls. The red picks were definitely juiced this week, 100%. That is a fact. I mean, you saw my red pick from a couple of days ago, but that was probably what we're going to be remembering most from this La Liga Team of the Season. Let's rip this 83-7. All right, no more blues. The TOTS counter, by the way, is up to 266. Yes, I kept track exactly of the number of team. 267. I kept track of the number of TOTS cards that we packed while we were away. So that's the number there. We're chasing. Maybe we can get to like 275 or something like that today. Anyways, guys, that's the video for me today. Have a great Thursday. I will see you in the streams. It's been TheFutAccountant. If you enjoyed the video, drop a thumbs up on it. Comment down below if you have any questions. Subscribe if you're new. All that good stuff. I'm Rusty. After not making YouTube videos for 2 days, I will see you guys in the stream today. It's been TheFutAccountant. See you there. Peace out.